Welcome back to the GCSE Maths Pro YouTube channel. In this video, we will be looking at how to work out the volume of spheres and hemispheres. So first of all, the formulas. Because spheres and hemispheres are not prisms, we've just mentioned prisms in the previous video, prisms you do need to know the formulas for. Spheres and cones, for example, are not prisms. They don't have the same face repeated all the way through. So those ones they will give you the formulas for. Now it just depends, they may give it to you on the formula sheet, or they may put the formula next to the question you'll actually need it in. So just have a look for that. The other thing to note is between different exam boards, I know particularly for Edexcel, they don't give you the formula for hemisphere. They'll give you the formula for a sphere. You would just need to know that it's literally half of a sphere, isn't it? So you would do this formula, and you would just divide it by 2. Okay, that's fine. Some exam boards might give you the formula just directly of a hemisphere, so do double check. Technically, that would be 2/3 instead of 4/3, but if you prefer to just work out a whole sphere and then half it, that's also fine. So the correct formula will be up in the corner of each of our questions. First of all, we need to work out the volume of the spheres that we've got here. One thing to note is that our formulas are often based in the radius. So for example, the first sphere has a radius of 5. That's great. Straight away I can go into 4/3 pi 5 cubed and then just chuck it into the calculator. That gives me 523.6, let's say, to 1 decimal place. 523.6 centimeters cubed. Now this next sphere, we've clearly been given the diameter. Do you see how it goes all the way across? So do double check. I feel like they do that quite a lot, especially again in Edexcel. They try to trip you up. You think that, oh yeah, it's easy because I've got a formula, just chuck all the numbers in, but they've actually given you the wrong numbers. So first of all, for this one, I would need to work out the radius, which, I mean, is obviously fairly straightforward. It's just half of the diameter. So it would be 3.4. But you do just have to remember to do that, and it can be quite easy when you get towards the end of your paper with a massive question, 5 marks, to forget about these small details. So really try and pay attention when you've got spheres or hemispheres. Have I got a radius or a diameter? So same thing again, 4/3 pi times the radius cubed, which is 3.4 cubed. That would give me 164.6 centimeters cubed. Okay, that bit's fairly straightforward. Same thing again, but now with hemispheres. I have got the correct formula here, but what I'll do is I'll show you how I would do it if I only had the formula for a sphere. So work out the volume of the hemispheres. The first one is fine because it is the radius. So let's say you only had the volume of a sphere. We would do 4/3 pi times the radius cubed, but then you'd have to remember to half that answer because it is half of a sphere. Or just directly use this formula here, whichever makes more sense to you. So that would be the whole sphere, and then if I divide my answer by 2, that's what I should get for just the hemisphere. 1,113. Obviously round it to whatever degree of accuracy they've asked for in the exam question. The next one, same idea as the previous question, we've now been given the diameter. That can also happen with hemispheres, so just remember to work out the radius first by dividing it by 2. That'd be 6.25. Now, I'll just use this one so you can see, if you were to use just the straightforward hemisphere formula, 2/3 instead of 4/3, because that is directly half, isn't it? And then your radius cubed. That gives me 511.3. Again, centimeters cubed. So whichever of those two versions of the formula for hemispheres is absolutely fine. Okay, so this time we have a sphere with radius 22 centimeters is split into 4 equal parts. Work out the volume of 1/4 of the sphere, so one of those parts. So I have got a sphere here, but I'm going to just annotate that. So if you were to think about it, it would basically be, let's say, this quarter here. So similar to a hemisphere, we said you could take the formula for a sphere and divide it by 2. Well, you can do the same thing if you have just 1/4. Take the formula for the whole sphere, and at the end just divide it by 4. So our whole sphere was 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. The radius is 22 this time. That's the whole sphere. I only want to know 1/4, so I can just divide overall by 4. So there, you can see I've divided it by 4. I've got 11,150.6. 11,150.6, that's to 1 decimal place. But you just have to remember to divide by 4 because it can be quite easy to forget that last little step. Okay, so as with the whole series of volume, I obviously want you to be able to work out the volume of all of these shapes, but I also want you to be able to take the volume and work backwards to find one-dimensional measurements, so radius, a length, a side, a height, whatever it is. In this case, we've got the volume of the sphere is 1,563.5 centimeters cubed. We have to work out the radius to 1 decimal place. So use your formula, and take it from the formula sheet if that's where you've got it from. 4/3 pi r cubed, I don't know the radius, you could insert x instead if you like, but it's up to you. And then just put that equal to the number that they've given you, 1,563.5. Now I've got a complete equation. The only letter that I don't know is r, and that's what I'm trying to find out. So now you can almost forget about geometry, about shapes, about volume, and just think more about algebra. How do I rearrange this to get r on its own? Well, you can do it in 1 step, 2 steps, or 3 steps, it's up to you. I'd probably just do it in 1 step, and I would divide across by 4/3 pi, just directly across on your calculator. You can split it up, as I said, into 2 or 3 steps. Whatever you're most comfortable with doing, we should get the same answer at the end though. So first of all, I'm going to divide the 1,563.5 by 4/3 pi. So that gives me 373.258 ... Leave the answer there because it's still not the final bit. That is what r cubed is, so I still have a little bit left to do. Write down a couple of the decimal places, but you don't have to write them all down. The last thing is then to cube root. So that's why I've kept it here, because I can directly go cube root, remember not square root, cube root, answer, so it keeps all of those decimals, and this is now where we can round it because it's our final answer. So I've got to 1 decimal place, that would be clearly 7.2. So I've literally just reversed the volume formula for a sphere. Now our last question is to pretty much do exactly the same, but with a hemisphere. So the volume of a hemisphere is 29 centimeters cubed. Work out the radius to 1 decimal place. Now, if your formula sheet gives you this formula for a hemisphere, you can use that. If you have just happened to memorize it for whatever reason, you can use that. I'm going to go on the assumption that you've only been given the formula for a sphere. Okay, so the formula for the sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. To make it into a hemisphere, remember to divide it by 2. Then I can put that equal to 29. That's what you would do if you don't have the direct formula for a hemisphere. If you do have the direct formula for a hemisphere, obviously just use that. So I'm going to show you this one because it's a bit more complicated to rearrange. You could obviously simplify the 4/3 and the 2 to make 2/3 if that made sense to you, but I think I'm just going to straightforward get rid of the 2 by multiplying it across. So I'm left with then the whole sphere. That would be 58. And then from there, I'm pretty much doing exactly what I did in the previous question. Divide straight across by 4/3 pi. That gives me 13.846 ... and that's for the radius cubed. Then go straight into your cube root answer to copy all of the decimals. Now I can round it to 1 decimal place because that would be the radius, 2.4. So it's just basically an extra step. Unless you've used the hemisphere formula directly, it's not any extra steps. But don't forget to put that divide by 2 if you don't have the formula for a hemisphere. So that pretty much covers spheres and hemispheres. The next video would be cones and frustrums. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave down below any questions or comments that you might have.